Hello, my name is Elizabeth Carter, and I'm a grade 4 teacher here at Coochin Heights Public School. I am here today to talk to you about my proposal for an edible community garden at our school. The garden is aimed to benefit the entire school for years to come, helping our students and their families to become more environmentally and health conscious. While I have focused connections to the curriculum on my own grade, there are curriculum links that relate to each grade level. In grade 4, students have a unit in science on understanding life systems, habitats, and communities. This unit requires that students analyze the positive and negative impacts of human interactions with natural habitats and communities. The garden will help and allow students to realize the positive impacts we can have. This unit also requires students to understand food chains, from plants from our garden up to humans. Grade 1s have a similar life systems unit, focusing on needs and characteristics of living things, such as plants and animals, including humans. Grade 2s can use the garden to help them understand how air and water are used by living things to help them meet their basic needs. Grade 6s can identify and describe distinguishing characteristics of different groups of plants that have been planted in the garden. Grade 8s can design, build, and test a water irrigation system for the garden. In the health and physical education documents, each grade has a section for healthy living. The plants that are being grown will be used to teach children how to cook or make meals out of the fruits, vegetables, and herbs, and the benefits of eating these foods. In social studies, students can learn about where some of the plants actually come from, so tracking the journey of the plants from their place of origin to where they are now grown in countries all over the world. For math, students can weigh foods produced and make comparisons between the different sizes, shapes, and colors of the foods. In language, students can have a journal to reflect on events relating to the garden, such as creating it, planting the seeds, watching the plants grow, and so on. Students can draw or sketch objects of interest or significance related to the garden, which could lead to an art project. These are just some of the connections to the curriculum, which illustrate how beneficial the garden will be to our students' education. To begin our garden, fundraising is a great option to let the city community know what we are doing. Home Depot is willing to sell us topsoil at $1 per bag, and if we talk to Scott's Garden Center, the manager will recommend ways of setting up our garden. The Evergreens Foundation provides grants to schools looking to green their grounds, and some companies may even be willing to donate seeds to our school. Students can make environmentally conscious stickers to sell to the community. Once we are ready to create the garden ourselves, students would spread the topsoil and determine what plants they would like to grow in the garden. All of the work would be done by the students themselves, with myself supervising and intervening when necessary. I will provide gloves for my students, and I will allow frequent water breaks, ensuring their safety at all times. We will not be leaving the school property at all, so there is no extra supervision required, but parent volunteers are welcome. As I mentioned earlier, this project is available for other teachers and classes to utilize if they desire. My hope is that our garden would also become a community garden, available to parents of our students during the summertime. This would provide our school community with the freshest, local, chemical-free, healthy food for their homes that perhaps otherwise they might not buy or be able to afford. This project will encourage and foster teamwork, cooperation, and responsibility from the students. Once our garden has grown, to help fundraise further, we could sell fruit, vegetables, and herbs from our garden. Herbs can also be dried out, and students can make their own tea to sell at their own farmers market. Seeds can be harvested and kept for the next year to save buying more. The edible garden will be a great benefit to our school community. I thank you for your time and your support.